Right, so this is the second part of the wheel review. These ones here, Bones 100s. So far, I rate them pretty good. A little tiny bit softer than the last wheels that I had, but I expected that because the last ones I had must have been about 150A. I don't know. They were ripped at old school costings or something like that, and they were ancient, they were cheap off at eBay second hand. Got my money's worth out of them, let's put it that way. I haven't tried a rock fakie yet, because that's what killed me the last time. We'll go do a few tricks and see how it performs. I'll show you how it performs. Here's a good example of the SWYD. Got to put a little bit more force in than what I did with the old wheels, but it's good enough. I still think my axles are maybe slightly bent because I'm not getting proper tracking there. Looks a bit off there. I'm going to try tightening up my trucks. These are the last resort. Don't particularly want to put them on, but needs must. That was possibly the worst ollie ever.
Alright, so it's time for the final verdict on the Bones 100s. I would say they're a decent all-rounder. At 100A, they're hard enough for park skating, but at the same time they're cushioned enough for a comfortable street ride. There's plenty of slide on concrete, and they also grip well when they needed to.
Definitely had some wheel bite there, so not got a lot of time left, so I'm not going to bother just now. But definitely going to have to put risers on for next time.
In terms of doing tricks, they're soft enough that you get a nice cushioned landing, but you'll still feel the road. They don't absorb everything and take away from the overall board feel. The side cut, I'm on the fence about. Whether or not they improve your skating is beyond my level of experience, and I haven't really done any grinds since I got them, so I'll leave that up to someone who knows what they're talking about. The graphic, on the other hand, the outside part's worn, but the inside of the cutout is still intact. But how long that lasts remains to be seen. At the end of the day, they're still 54mm, but they're still relatively small. Make of that what you will, that's all down to preference. I'd expected these to be a bit wider, even though the specs are clearly advertised, and there is a wide option, which I think is the V4, and there's also a wide cut option, which I'll have to consider in the future. So the final verdict is a big thumbs up from me. They look pretty good, they skate nicely, it's a good balance of grip and slide. I definitely think they were worth the money, and they're pretty widely available, so if you shop around you'll definitely get them for a decent price.
If you're using lows like me, you'll need risers. They'll just grippy enough that you'll get a bit of wheel bite. So I've put in my, don't know, 1/8 inch, maybe 1/4 inch risers there. They're just cheap plastic ones. I'm going to get proper ones eventually. The only ones I could seem to get were these big 1/2 inch ones, which are on the cruiser, which is where they belong. They ain't going anywhere near this one. But I would say that that sort of thickness is good enough for these wheels. They're 54mm. You could probably get away with it if you're really brave, or if you're really good at landing bang on bolts. But if you're anything like me and you don't land many tricks in the first place, and you quite often land off to the side, you're going to get wheel bite and you're going to get thrown. So there you have it, boys and girls, and everything in between. Don't want to be uninclusive.
So there's my thoughts. I'd like to hear yours in the comments below. I hope this review has been helpful, or at the very least entertaining. I'll be back with another episode of CheapSkaters sometime in the near future, and in the meantime, please like, share and subscribe for more skateboarding with your dad. Love to yous all, catch yous after.